Manatita, aka the Lantern Carrier, has been on the poetry scene for 21 years. He grew up writing poetry, aged 4, but switched to inspirational and metaphysical poetry when he took up the meditative life. Equally at home with performance pieces, Lantern Carrier has won Hammer and Tongue Slam, featured at BYOB, Mind Over Matter, Chocolate Poetry, Wordplay, and many other venues. He has been runner-up in slams, as well as making the finals in the H&T National Final in Brighton. Lantern Carrier has read at the famous Nuyorican Cafe and in Nairobi, Kenya. He's a creative writer who writes short stories, essays, and flash fiction. He is also the author of 4 books, including Maxims for Our Children, A Look at the Teachings of Jesus, The Christ, and Blossoms of the Heart. Lantern Carrier is a poet who tries to serve to bring light, to elevate, enlighten the understanding. He endeavors to reach the heart, to bring wisdom to his pieces, and is a specialist in nature imagery, music, light, color, and dance in their kaleidoscope of different forms. All of his poetry addresses the varying moods of the soul and the human condition, either in a mystical harmony or in separation from its source. Salam. And without further ado, I pass the mic to you, my good sir.
Thank you. I'll start. I chose some very simple pieces on friendship, love, kindness, and so forth. The first poem is called On Truth. Snow begins to fall like flakes, drifting in the atmosphere. Zephyrs blow wherever love takes them, carrying these messengers of heaven to the foliage, flowers, my stained glass windows. The light flakes kiss my face and hug me intimately. The healing effects, sometimes exactly what I need. In this noisy world of modern consumerism, I am a spark of spirit, traveling like flakes, drifting with the breeze. Indeed, since I aspire for the highest, then perhaps I'm the maestro. Still, you would not necessarily know that. Sometimes I'm fragile, vulnerable, susceptible to danger, to being squashed upon like white fragments heralding snow. Truth is often just as delicate, requiring wisdom light to illuminate its path. O lantern, be as wise as Solomon and as gentle as the snow. That was poem 1. Poem 2 is called Friendship. It's tea time in this magnificent ambience where connoisseurs of the subtle art meet. The blue china teapot pours a perfect blend into cups laid out on a table for 2. Amidst a background of outstanding cream, the red and pink tulips caresses our breaths with their redolence. A translucent window gleams its verdant shimmering rays as Tchaikovsky thrills our spirit with his charm. Within the symphony and magical setting, a red breast enters, singing I love you to our hearts as the scones appear, topped with clotted cream, laced with tenderness and love. Friendship. It is like this harmonious blend of beauty and pageantry, where the tea and decor merge, the songbirds lend their voices, playing hauntingly to the spirit in a garden of love divine. Kindness. Soft, tender, intimate, as delicate as the butterfly is she, silent, reaching, gentle, elusive as a child's smile, yet firm, like life's sweet caress in adversity. She sits in our sanctum, awaiting the heart's prod, like strands of silk to the cocoon. Empathy and concern Our synergies, like flowers to the bees and butterflies, nestling in harmony, sharing the splendor of colorful spring. Her light, a taste of sunset on scarlet horizons, emanating the garden of the soul. She paints the color of rainbows on my cheeks, as each new dawn reminds me of a sweet scent, a redolence of human jasmines, reaching out in solace to my afflictions with deeds of love divine. Sweet kindness, like the colorful moth soaring in the atmosphere, freely offering its magic, like roses emitting charms without conditions, so too you come dancing in our hearts, a lust at moonlight, a remedial balm for some good soul who feed the need like an awakening dawn to do the needful. We rise by lifting others. Earth speaks of my holiness like prayers, concealed within the agony of my heart's longing for happiness. Bluebirds partake in this heavenly romance, even as they chirp in distant foliage amidst the silent gleam of daybreak. Within a pervading stillness, a vista of cascading rose-pink leaves elevates my receptive soul. If one can escape the chatter of unruly emotions, love will fill the silence with 1,000 worth of glories. Like vermilion roses, we rise by lifting others, affect Mother Gaia by the vibrations that we offer to the world. Magnolias unfurl with pure intentions, emitting beauty, even as the parched earth grows green, grateful for the blessings of torrential rain. Where there is love in the soil, there will be radiance in the flowers. If there's fuel in the wood, it will ignite with flames of light. Gray skies devoid of the sun are not going to provide warmth. Neither will a dark night glisten, lamenting the loss of a waning moon. Oh, love, I have become so full of worldliness that my untamed mind converses with 1,000 thoughts, seldom listens to the dictates of the inner synagogue. I entreat you to elevate my heart so that, like an iridescence of stars, I will inspire humanity even in our darkest nights. Whispering praises to love. The fertile trees and foliage are awash with abundance and verdure, even as the lush flora becomes alive. The aerial vista of vibrant denseness comes to me in a kaleidoscope of beauty. Down below, a truck stands along a clay-colored path, even as the green leaves glisten in the daylight. A continuous silent melody whispers in tempo with the surroundings, as a maestro does to his flowing orchestra, jasmines in harmony with a diversity of fragrant flowers. All is serene, calm, peaceful. There are no moon or stars here, no prance nor smiles from children lost in the naivety of frivolity. Yet I swear I hear not only the birds sing, but the enchanting melody of the breeze as the inner stillness stouts my soul with love for Mother Gaia, the sanctity of life in all its pristine glory. Holiness awakens within as crickets chant arias and butterflies dance in circling loops to the spirit of creation. The trees laugh in ecstatic verses as the forest beats the drums of earth's munificence amidst a concerto of bewitching rhythms, whispering praises to love. The magnificent plateau, splashes of undulating white, makes the ravine looks even more beautiful. We've seen these scenes before, surges of aquamarine ripples beneath a canopy of blue sky and scattered clouds. You hold my gaze, a nature lover watching the stream sipping through the magnificent cobblestones on either side of the stunning canyon. The verdant hue of the foliage stands regal, enclosed by glorious gray rock walls, plus an amphitheater of magical cliffs dominating the lushness of this plateau. The harps of minstrels call to me, my beloved whispering melodies to hearts blending as one in this breathtaking pinnacle moment of being. I gaze upwards, my soul spilling gratitude for this bewildering light of creation. Now that I have found you, my quest is complete. I'm in an alcove of sacred candles, cascading the beauty of the radiant flames into the sweet core of my infinitude. The breath of the cosmos sings its melody to a heart pulsing the tempo of longing. The sweet gaze of the eternal beckons me to the fragrant garden of the beloved. An intense light now permeates my path. I march forward to the valley of the unknown. My sweet Valentine, let us come together with the charm and calligraphy of pen strokes, painting a magical tapestry of love and the effulgent citadel of the soul. Sacred duty. Forest, you are the creator's open book where crickets chant, birds recite verse, each stream a sacred psalm from the earth. The sunlight shimmers through your boughs, creating a luminous canopy where golden beams unchained break into a ceaseless revelation of your divine magnificence. Descending the winding path, your stillness hugs me closer until my breath becomes the breeze, my steps the fluttering leaves. Your lushness draws me inwards as my soul, diving deeper into your mystery, stands still in rapture, serene and silent as the ocean's bed. On long, weary days, I soothe my spirit, drinking of your grandeur to the fullest, absorbed in the sacrament of the sacred moment, while your whisper changes to the seasons. How enchanting are your creatures, the foliages, running through the silence of your seasons, while your breathtaking splendor offers up itself in contemplation, harvesting freedom and an unparalleled zest for life. Dawn comes walking on a pageantry of your radiance as a symphony of bluebirds envelop my soul, while distilled into your power and majesty, you perform your sacred duty for the spirit of creation. I wish I could feel now what I felt then. You and I, hand in hand, picking winter sweet clematis, caressing the unseen purple of the redolence on our breaths, throwing snowballs to infinitude. I wish I could feel now what I felt then. Your smile painting its magical garlands on my gaze, my hopes and dreams blossoming like radiant lotuses, nature's sunset alluring my being with its enchantment. I wish I could feel now what I felt then, heart singing sweetly in the meadow of bliss, my soul bird dancing on the golden robes of moonlight, cradling my longing with speechless rhapsodies. I wish I could feel now what I felt then, your laugh like an arrow piercing into my spirit, a bewildering and wondrous wine, intoxicating my soul with the ecstasy of joy. Yet, even as my brush longs to stroke the past, I can only admire the sacrament of the present moment. Dawn is fast approaching. My beloved is playing with each second in accordance with her dreams. I once sealed my memory to the wounds of afflictions and desires. Now you have kindled a flame of fire in my soul, so I could shine like the morning star. When my world seemed lost, my capacity to soar was stultified. You came like a breeze above the clouds, dispelling my mistiness of shadows. There was a cold chill, an endless darkness in your absence. Now my heart awakes to the glories of shooting stars. Even as the fish enjoys the breath of the ocean, make me your udder to savor the milk of heaven's sweetness. Let my heart's lotus open like the flower to the dawn, for I wish to be a lover with you as my rose. I wish I could sing like starlings, dart within the foliage of lush green leaves, display the eloquence of nightingales, awakening the flowers with magical words. I wish I could resonate like music, me floating on chords, whispering to the heart, I love you. Then I will dance with illustrious moonbeams, laugh with the shooting stars of heaven. I wish to disperse like clouds of dawn, revealing the splendor of the radiant sun, soaring like the immortal phoenix to bask in the joys of perennial freedom. I wish I could flirt like the hummingbird, adorned in a tapestry of effulgent light, kissing the cheeks of morning glories, transmitting the light with vivacity. I wish for the smile in the breath of silence, offering praises to the glories of love. I saw 10,000 love yous in your cute gaze, even as you kissed my coat with the radiant sunshine of your purest smile. For a seeker in love, everything in the Tao is a strand of music, and I heard the flute of my heart's longing, receptive to the resonance of this symphony. The past flew through my memories like joys and sorrows, both needs echoing in the rays of your light. Everything rests in your nameless silence. Time lives in time. Mother Gaia paying homage to the rhapsody of your melodies. You are the light that dwells in the seed of my soul, a shimmering moon concealed in clouds, only to appear in all your pristine glory. My tears are the womb of your ocean, even as this tiny vessel soars on wings of thy fullness. My heart flies as flakes of snow on thy vast haven of supernal life. If I could start my life once more, I would cherish the laughter of discomfiture and cradle the darkness of a shadowed past. If I could start my life once more, I would treasure the thorns on roses and bow at the feet of my gross desires. Doesn't each dawn follow night, the radiant spring, winter's dreary clouds? Alas, I knew not then. I knew not but despair and loneliness, saw adversity the enemy, not the friend, a flame of luster opening my heart to impunity. Now I feel a longing which time itself cannot erase, a lover with nothing but tender words for his beloved, my soul in ceaseless agony for its true self. If I could start my life once more, I'll neither hinder nor erase the abyss. Love is busy enough, unraveling the pages of its mystery. As such, it behoves me to admire, not disturb. Giving back. You are beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Day and night I see the image of thy form inside my soul, your fragrant breath hugging the serenity of my existence. Your sweet kisses, your undying love is a panacea for my survival. Yet it wasn't always like that. I recall when your gaze betrayed the pain in my heart, puffed up with sorrow, even as the tears dropped from my sodden soul, weeping through the emotions, stabbing at my core with daggers drawn. You listen through the fire of my loneliness, sharing my despair, even as I kept knocking on doors to find the entrance to my happiness. Alas, like the deer running after its own musk, I was propelled by my desires, forgot in my ignorance that the way to peace lies within the interior castle. You came to me in my aloneness, the sweet luster of your delicate rays blanketed me in my nakedness, the fiery flames of your heart-warming embrace, washing away my remorse and unworthiness. Now my thorns are all gone, and your roses of love remains. I want to hold you, blend with the synergy of your hugs, turn your heartstrings of support to an enthralling melody. You have taken away the turmoil of my silent noises, removed the isolation from mental fetters that once took hold. Now my soul dwells in the sanctity of thy sacred space where we share our delights. I want to walk with you, cross distant lands and rocky Appalachian mountains where the fawns and fauna whisper sweet arias and canyons speak to us of love. I want to hold you so close, like the moon does the night with luminance, and the sparkling stars carve an unspoken thrill within, so strong that silence emerges with the tremor of one single breath. It is payback time, for even as the flowers offer their fragrance and sacrifice unconditionally, so too I wish to constantly offer myself to you. My soul's sunlight has conquered the darkness of my shadowed past. We've become soaked in an arena of light to make this life meaningful. Now I can do naught but blend in you, like the sparkle of diamonds wedded on fingers of eternity, perennial drums beating the tempo of freedom. My sweet, sweet empress, let me adorn this love of yours with 1,000 bouquets of magical flowers, for you came in my afflictions, garlanded me with the purest concerns for my happiness, removing the bloodstains from the light of my own mirror of self-inflicted wounds. This is my last poem, Mother's Love. When I say I love you, I wish to hear the echoing of these three tiny words on perennial galaxies, extolling your sacrifice with copious tears. I know that your agony of spirit, your sleepless concern, has traveled a million journeys, burnt in the travails of sorrow, to teach me beauty and character out of your purest love. We two are like a leaf and its shadow, you the resilient leaf, spilling its dreams on the mirror of life. Me, your shadow, that inseparable seed from thy embryo. Or tides rise and fall as if into a winter's abyss, yet soars again when yon daffodils and hyacinths proclaim the new grandeur and redolence of spring. Mother, I saw thy endless patience, a badge of courage, offering up your soul for my redemption, heart spilling the glory of snow-white tears in your struggle, until dawn came as a solace to your nakedness, a balm to thy afflictions. I have seen your river of tears, an invisible spark burning, yet unwavering and steadfast, even in the fiercest storms. I see you, a dauntless empress, bobbing and weaving against a pendulum of currents, determined to push you backwards. But the full moon enters your core with its luster, flooding thy being with its indigo rays. The heart radiates, pulling at the energy of the sun, giving you the light to remain unconquerable in the face of adversity. Hush, sweet melody, stay hold thy tongue, for this receptive vessel knows more than 1,000 ways of gratitude. Each night's flicker has battled against 100 winds, but now its flames burns brightly, more than enough to see your struggle. Old mine is gone, even if it took 10,000 sparkles to align with shooting stars. My heart's pangs has filled a million chalices with teardrops, only to kiss the scent of thy radiant cheeks. Hush, sweet melody, for the songbird symphony is now a ceaseless rhapsody in my core, deep into the orchard of tulips and peach blossoms, for your sweet breath, my bedazzling light, thy scent, my supernal wine of astonishing delight. This has been the voice of the lantern carrier. Thank you.
All right.